You joined me at a petrol station in St Blasey, Cornwall, with a Vauxhall Insignia 2-litre CDTI SRI, which next week will be up for sale. But it has an important mission to do first. I've got to take it to Exeter, pick somebody up, take them to Heathrow so they can emigrate to New Zealand, and then come back to Exeter, drop her mother and father off, and then come back to St Blasey. Now, the beauty of the Vauxhall Insignia is, of course, the range and the fact that it was designed to go on motorways. Let's face it, that's what this is for. It's a motorway munching sales rep's car. I like them. They're comfortable, cheap to run, cheap to insure, economic, and they go all right. Nothing wrong with them whatsoever. Good cars. So next week, this will be for sale if you want it. But for now, we have more important things afoot, because I'm going to prove how superior a 12-year-old diesel is to a milk float. Because I'm going to do it without stopping for petrol at all. Up, back, no problem. Just to show you, here we go. To get me to Heathrow and back. And hopefully we'll have some to spare because the range is pretty accurate. So here we go. Mission: take Insignia to London and back from Cornwall without going to a petrol station, without having to plug in, without having to wait 45 minutes at least twice. Is go. And leg one of the journey is complete. I have arrived in Exeter. The Insignia hasn't missed a beat. Air conditioning was lovely and cold. Nice selling point, that. Oh, I need to press the button, don't I? Hang on, let's turn it round. And she is used to do 78 miles, 77 miles of range. So, oh no, 76 miles it's done, and it's used 77 miles of range, so it's 1 mile out. Heinster. Still got 600 miles left. London, here we come. Have that, milk floaters. You couldn't have even done this journey without stopping. We are now on leg 2 of the Insignia journey to London and back. Currently somewhere outside Reading on the M4. As you can see, I have a passenger.
All right.
Don't worry, she's going to New Zealand for the rest of her life, so you won't ever see her again. As you can tell, I'm quite emotional about it. The Insignia is performing out of this world. I still have 500 miles of range left, and we're nearly in London. So I'm going to have money in the bank when I get out. This is very exciting. We have stopped at our services. Lee Delamere, obviously, because you ain't going to stop at Cheveley. Nobody stops at Cheveley. What are you doing? Fuck me! What's this nodding in? I feel like I'm being signed for the deaf. You're like that little thing in the corner going.
Look like you pointed at blind people.
Well, the only sign language I know. That's true. Last night we were in the pub and a blind bloke turned up, left his guide dog with us, and went off to the bar to get a pint. I was confused by this. Anyway, we got talking to him, and I kept going, I'll tell you another thing. And I was pointing to things. I'm not good with blind people. I'm not cut out for special needs. But, nevertheless, apparently I'm being signed for by the deaf now. I only know one bit of sign language.
What's that?
That. You know what that means? Nazi. Genuinely. That's the sign language for Nazi. That's all I know. Anyway, leg 2 is thoroughly underway, and
Having a lovely time.
leg 3 will feature her mother and father.
I'm really sorry.
Different dynamic. See you in a bit. I've just had a revelation. I didn't know this. 125,000 miles driven in the last 2 years. I didn't know this. This is a revelation of shocking proportions and proves what a load of bullshit this is. I'm going to Heathrow Terminal 2. I've just come off the M4. Heathrow's in a fucking Ulez zone. Ow! Planes are taking off every 30 seconds, burning millions of gallons of jet fuel. And somehow they've put Heathrow Ulez zone.
£17.50.
£17.50 to drive a mile. Sadiq Khan, you robbing bastard. This is just... My mind is blown. How can you say this is a clean air zone?
Shocking.
There's a plane taking off right now. And that's going to put more... what? Do planes pay Ulez? do they have to pay every time?
No,
or are
that's
they...
us paying a passenger fee.
What, we're paying the Ulez for the planes?
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I honestly thought the Ulez zone would start after Heathrow. Because it does. When we go to Zax, it starts literally the other side. So, clearly they've positioned this quite deliberately. There must be like a loop that goes around Heathrow. So when you come off the M4, you cannot get away with it. You have to drive into a Ulez zone. This is utter batshit craziness. It wasn't a Ulez zone when you went to New Zealand.
Was it not?
No. No, because I never paid it on the way up or on the way back.
Different terminal.
Was it?
T5.
What? So T5 isn't in a Ulez zone and T2 and 3 are?
Probably. I don't know.
Well, Zach's house is over there. This is the tunnel we go through. Zach's house is... No, I'm completely... Forget the wonderful Insignia. Still has 500 miles of range and we're halfway. That's mental. But what world are we living in where that makes any sense whatsoever? If that doesn't prove that it's not about the environment, nothing does. What a load of utter shit. Ruined my day, that has. Still, you've paid it, haven't you?
Yeah, I
yeah, that's the main thing. Hey! As long as I ain't paid, it don't matter. No, it's the bloody... I've got to go and park now. You make me pay for the parking. You need a second mortgage to park for an hour in Heathrow. Oh,
Stupid.
Jesus. Right. See you in a bit. And leg 3 of the journey is complete. I'm back in Exeter. I've done 439 miles so far. And have a look at this. I've still got 310 miles left on my tank of diesel. The mighty Insignia is playing an absolute blinder here. Look at that. What a car. And what a car to buy when it goes up for sale next week. Right, leg 4, here we come. And I am back home. The mighty Insignia. The mighty Insignia has played a blinder. It hasn't missed a beat. It's done 524 miles round trip. And I've still got 187 miles of range left. No stopping, no charging, no 45-minute breaks. Up, back, one tank. And still, it's just gone up to 190 miles. Look at that. I've just gained 3 miles sitting here. That's how good this car is. What? I'm so impressed with this. That's been brilliant. What a way to travel. Brilliant. So, there you go. Proof, though it wasn't needed, that the diesel is mightier than the milk float. What a car. Available next week for sale. Look out for it. And if you want it, make a comment. I'll get back to you. Fantastic. Cheers.